Good morning, my dear student. On the behalf of KTGM College Nasik and Department of Chemistry of this college, I am Dr. S.R. Labde, welcomes you to the lecture on coulometric method of analysis. Dear student, in last lecture we discussed what is analytical chemistry, what is analytical technique, what are different instrumental techniques of analysis, what are different non-instrumental techniques of analysis. We know that titrimetric and gravimetric techniques are the classical or non-instrumental techniques of analysis, while spectrophotometric technique, separation, that is chromatographic technique, and electrochemical techniques are the instrumental methods of chemical analysis. We also discussed that instrumental methods are more sensitive and selective for qualitative and quantitative determination of analyte. In addition to this, we also discuss what is analytical method, what is analytical procedure, what is analytical protocol. Today we discuss the coulometric methods of analysis. Actually, coulometry is the electroanalytical technique of quantitative analysis and which is closely related to electrogravimetry. Electrogravimetry and coulometry are the closely related analytical technique of quantitative analysis through electrolysis process. Student, you are familiar with electrogravimetry. What is electrogravimetry? Electrogravimetry is the quantitative analysis by weight in which an element which is to be determined is electrolytically deposited onto the electrode and increase in weight of electrode is used for quantitative analysis of substance, analysis of an element or analyte. That means in electrogravimetric analysis, we can quantify that element by its deposition, and deposition is carried out by using a electrolysis process, and that is a gravimetric analysis by weight, in which substance or element is electrolytically deposited onto the electrode. An increase in weight of electrode is utilized for quantitative determination of analyte. Now, in electrogravimetry, the method is applicable only for determination of those analyte which can be electrolytically deposited onto the electrode. There are many chemicals or many substances which undergo either oxidation or reduction, but their deposition is not possible onto the electrode. Therefore, such elements cannot be determined by electrogravimetry, and therefore there is need of coulometry. Now, what is coulometric technique of analysis? Coulometry is a derivative technique of electrogravimetry, in which substance is determined by measuring the electric charge. We can define this coulometry. Coulometry is a derivative technique of electrogravimetry, in which the total electric charge required for electrochemical oxidation or reduction of an analyte is measured for quantitative determination of analyte. Coulometry is a derivative technique of electrogravimetry in which the total electric charge required for electrochemical oxidation or reduction of an analyte is measured for quantitative determination of analyte, and again it is done by electrolysis process. Therefore, similar to electrogravimetry, here a electrolysis cell is required, but here there is no condition that analyte should be deposited onto the electrode. Analyte may or may not be deposited onto the electrode, though its analysis is carried out simply by measuring electric charge. And electric charge is measured in coulomb, therefore the technique is called as coulometry. Why it is called as coulometry? Because electric charge is measured in coulomb, and therefore it is called as coulometry. Coulomb is the unit of measurement of quantity of electricity. What is coulomb? We define coulomb. Coulomb, that is a unit used to express the quantity of electricity or electric charge. Coulomb is the unit used to express the quantity of electric charge. And 1 coulomb is defined as 1 coulomb is the quantity of electricity or quantity of electric charge obtained when a current of 1 ampere is flowing for 1 second. Therefore, current strength of 1 ampere flowing for 1 second, this is a 1 coulomb charge. Therefore, 1 coulomb is equal to 1 ampere into 1 second. That means a product of ampere second is the coulomb. And coulomb is a unit used to express the quantity of electricity. Student, both electrogravimetry as well as coulometry based on Faraday's law of electrolysis. And here total analysis is carried out by using Faraday's law of electrolysis. You are familiar with Faraday's law of electrolysis. Next we discuss Faraday's law of electrolysis. Laws of electrolysis. There are two laws. We discuss first law. What is the statement of first law? Faraday's first law of electrolysis. Yes, Faraday's first law of electrolysis. The statement of this law is like this: when or the amount of substance liberated or deposited onto the electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through solution. Here this is a statement of Faraday's first law of electrolysis. That is, amount of substance liberated or deposited onto the electrode during electrolysis is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passing through the electrolyte solution. That means here whatever the amount of substance liberated, which is proportional to the quantity of electricity. Therefore, W is directly proportional to Q, where W is the amount of substance liberated or deposited onto the electrode and Q is the quantity of electricity. Therefore, again we know that quantity of electricity is measured in a product of current strength into time. That is, a amount of substance liberated is directly proportional to the product of current and time. That is how much time that current state is passed through the electrolyte solution. Or W is equal to Z into I into T, where this Z is called as electrochemical equivalent. Z is equal to electrochemical equivalent. I is current strength in ampere. And T is time in seconds. And W is weight of substance deposited in gram. Therefore, here this is a Faraday's first law of electrolysis. That is, a amount of substance liberated is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed. Therefore, here we can measure in coulometry, we can measure the quantity of electricity required for complete electrochemical oxidation or electrochemical reduction, and we can determine the amount of substance by Faraday's law of electrolysis. Student, we solve one problem based on this. Student, we solve one problem based on the Faraday's law of electrolysis. A current strength of 5 ampere is passed through silver nitrate solution for 1 hour, calculate the amount of silver deposited. A current strength of 5 ampere is passed through silver nitrate solution for 1 hour. Calculate the amount of silver deposited onto the electrode. Given electrochemical equivalent of Ag is equal to 1.118 into 10 raised to minus 3 gram per coulomb. Now what is first of all we discuss what is electrochemical equivalent. Here electrochemical equivalent. Here in electrolysis process, electrochemical equivalent is the quantity of substance deposited or liberated by 1 coulomb electric charge. 1 coulomb electric charge. This is called as electrochemical equivalent. That is a quantity of material deposited by 1 coulomb electricity. And this is different for different substances. And its dimension or it is expressed in gram per coulomb. That is dash gram per coulomb. That is a unit to express the electrochemical equivalent. Electrochemical equivalent is a proportionality constant in Faraday's first law of electrolysis. And one electrochemical equivalent corresponding to the weight of that substance which is deposited by 1 coulomb electricity. When we pass 1 coulomb electricity through silver nitrate solution, then 1.118 into 10 raised to minus 3 gram silver will be deposited. And here for calculation of amount of substance liberated, we must know the electrochemical equivalent of that particular substance. Now we solve the problem. Student, we know that according to Faraday's first law of electrolysis, W is equal to Z into I into T, where W we have to find out Z is given as 1.18 into 10 raised to minus 3, I that is current strength in ampere, that is 5 ampere, and T that is time in second. Here time is given 1 hour into 60, that will be minute, then into 60, that is a second. Therefore here W is equal to 1.118 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 5 ampere into 1 into 60 into 60 means 3600 second. Now when we solve or when we calculate this quantity comes 20.124 gram. That is a amount of silver deposited by 5 ampere current flowing for 1 second is 20.124 gram. In this way, we can find out the amount of material liberated or deposited or present in the solution when we know the quantity of electricity. And quantity of electricity is determined by the product of constant current into time. Now we discuss Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Faraday's second law of electrolysis. What is second law of electrolysis? You are familiar with Faraday's both law. What is statement of second law of electrolysis? Faraday's second law of electrolysis, statement of the law is like this: when